Yeah, yeah, and it doesn't take a lot of skill. Like I could easily guide her to where she needs to go.
If only Woody had been there to save the day.
I would have loved to do that.
In a future where like the world freezes over, Woody will be some sort of superhero skating around and like rescuing damsels in distress.
Dude, I found a picture of me and my hockey team from back in the day. We had just won a championship, and we posed for a picture. I bet I could find it.
I want to see it.
All right.
Let me run to the bathroom. I'll be back.
You run.
All right.
How long ago is this picture you're looking for?
In the 2000s.
Okay. It's like a men's league.
Yeah. And it, by the way, it was like a B league thing that I used to be in a bunch of hockey leagues, and we won.
When you're an adult man, it's more just like for the social and like a beer league kind of thing.
Yeah.
Not like hyper competitive.
The picture's pretty big. You'll have to shrink it if you want to see it, but there it is for you.
Let's see.
I'm in the... I won't even say where I am. I think people will find me.
Yep, back right.
That's right. That's me, top right. That goalie was old, but he was good. He actually played A-League, and maybe he's why we won. I don't know.
Yeah, he's got those old, heavy-looking goalie pads.
Yeah?
That don't quite butterfly down like the ones nowadays do. There's a thing where they're like thinking about, maybe not seriously thinking, but I heard talk of like either making the nets bigger in hockey for more goals, which they won't do because that would mean that thousands of rinks around the country have to spend millions of dollars on new nets, or just making the goalies' pads smaller again because like goalies are so much bigger now.
In fairness, like when they made them smaller the first time, that was totally the right call.
Yeah.
They had gotten silly. Garth Snow in particular, remember he had not shoulder pads, but like, yeah, he had like little billboards that went vertically. Like he had shoulder pads with like, I don't know what to call them, like perpendicular boards that came out of the top. And then his jersey, of course, would go over them. But you could tell there was like, it looked like
he looks like a hunchback with his shoulders this high. Yeah,
and it just made his shoulders go up to his ears essentially. And it's another thing that he just enlarged his whole self. This is one of the hockey teams I was on. Probably not even the best one, but yeah. If you can't tell, I wore pants, Hartford Whalers style.
Oh, I do not like that look.
I love it.
I couldn't tell you were doing it. I don't like it. I like the nice matching socks.
Okay, as a look, I like what most people do, which is like the matching socks and stuff like that. But I used to have trouble with the shorts I own would get behind the knee pads, kind of. Maybe you probably played out of goal too, but my shorts would get behind the knee pads, and I have to like fix it while I'm playing and stuff, and it was just an issue. I felt like my shin pads weren't as secure with socks as they could be. I think I just like taped the hell out of them on top of my pant legs.
Yeah, you want like a girdle on the inside where you can clip them, like where you're wearing.
That's for your socks.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's a jock strap, and then it's like short, like compression pants, and then hanging off the bottom of the compression pants are sock clips.
Yeah. I had that, but I didn't like it as much. What I was saying was the shin pads itself would like slide around my shin, like and not necessarily point forward perfectly. When with like a sock holding it, and I don't know why I felt like I couldn't tape outside a sock as well as I could a pant, but no one else. Those pants were like beat to fuck. They had gotten holes in them and stuff, and I just kept on wearing them. And I had noticed that all the best players had beat to hell equipment, and I wasn't awesome at like. Don't let me lie about how great I was at hockey or anything, but at my best, I was a player you'd want on your team. That's for sure. I'm looking at this squad right here. The captain, the one with the C, was better than me. The guy next to the goalie was better than me.
But you were probably third.
And then I think I was third. I think I was the third best guy on this team.
Yeah.
And
but that like beat up pad thing is exactly right. What you're saying. Like you always, especially in those kind of leagues, if you see a guy with really like, especially like goalie, like I wouldn't like getting new stuff that much because it'd be like, oh really? Well, all my old stuff with all these black marks on it, like each one is like a badge of a save. Now I have to go out there looking like a fresh-faced asshole. Like, oh look at me, I haven't saved anything before.
You're
safe shooting on me.
That's what I'll look like next time I play. I think I actually, I don't know if a lot of my equipment had mold on it. and I threw it away. I was like, it's just kind of gotten yucky. And the helmet, the padding inside it, this is even while I played, it had gotten super hard. Like it wasn't soft anymore. And it is time for new gear, except for the jerseys. They still have all that stuff.
That's how my old hockey gloves are. Like ideally they're nice and flexible so you can get your mitt out there. But like when I try and put it on now, if I do, just to try it, like I did a few months ago, just to see, it hasn't been worn in years. But like you have to make like a cerebral palsy hand to fit it in there because it's so just matted down and hard and crispy, and even Kyle's fucked up fingers and joints couldn't match it.
All my my gloves would last me, I don't know, a couple of months, and I wear holes in them. I don't know if all players I don't know if it's something I did that was different, that I got holes in the palms of my gloves more often, but I got holes in the palms of my glove more often than the people I played with.
Your gloves might have been a little loose on the palms. I know that was a thing that some defensive coach said. Because when you shoot, you're kind of using the torque of the inside of the glove to grip. Really interesting talk for everybody out there.
Yeah. But
I'm riveted.
I know
more
you
about
are.
the holes.
I would pay to see you put on skates and give it a go with playing hockey.
Pads? With pads and everything, huh?
Yeah.
I think I would have a real hard time staying upright, and I could probably get going in a straight line, and I'd be like, yeah, here we go. Fucking yeah, let's get some speed going. And then just the pads would be nice because I feel like I would fall on the pads instead of just on my ass or my palms like I normally do.
Sometimes new skaters, they fall like on their butt and back and put their elbows down. That's an awful fall.
I'm not an awkward faller. Like when I fall, I know how to do it. I've fallen a lot in my life. I've had a lot of wrecks and like ATV accidents. I fall well. I curl up and roll and try to stay loose, and I usually come out of those falls pretty well. But
you'd be
fine. No, I wouldn't be fine at all. No, it'd be.
No, I mean with the falls, like this isn't like.
Oh, the falls wouldn't be a big deal.
Yeah, 1940s hockey, they're wearing like slightly hardened leather. This new shit, like if you'll fall, and as long as you're not falling on your ass or tailbone, you won't even feel it. It's like wearing.
Yeah. Oh, I believe it. Just looking at it, I mean, if it's anything like football pads, but it's even more. But not as big and bulky and crazy and stuff. But in different ways. It's so I think I'd be fine with the falling if I learned to skate. Maybe I could get around, but still, I wouldn't be able to skate as quickly, as powerfully. I wouldn't be able to turn on a dime, control myself. Certainly not skating backwards. I don't know how to control a fucking puck. The stick would be a foreign implement that was impeding me rather than helping me. I bet it's easier for you to skate with a stick. I bet it helps with balance, and you're using it almost like some animal uses its tail to like work some kind of motion into your skating.
I do use it as balance, but not like a cane that you kind of lean on. It's more like a counterweight almost.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I feel sometimes a little naked skating without gear because it's like, what do I do with my hands? And but when the stick is there,
like the speed skaters in the Olympics. Remember when Apollo Ono was like our one shining hero in that was Winter Olympics? Because like who cares about this shit? Apollo Ono, the speed skater guy. Like what the fuck?
But you've got your hand kind of in front of you and it like twists and like the tilts from one way to the other when you're going fast and it's on the heel of the blade. And I just kind of like know how to do it. Whereas when I'm skating like in just regular clothes and stuff, I feel like it's missing.
You do feel naked, and I look like a real asshole when I'm doing it because I use goalie skates.
Oh.
And so like I'm just wearing like jeans and those big old plastic covered clown shoe goalie skates with the big blades and that.
And they don't have like proper, like a lot of goalies hate edges, and every time, like even if they get their skate sharp, and maybe yours is different, but the goalies I played with, like every time they clanged them against the pipes and stuff, they felt like it was better. They wanted to be able to shuffle on their skates and slide a skate out and not have the edge catch.
It was always better for me to sharpen my skates before a practice or two before the game. Like I never wanted to go in, get my skates sharpened, and go straight to a game because it's just much harder. I think I did like pretty sharp, like 9/16.
Oh, I forget what I did. I don't even know.
So, I don't know.
In any case, like I would just be very poor at that. The skating thing, and like I said, it hurts my ankles so much that like I just don't even have an opportunity to skate enough to get good at it. And then just adding the stick and the puck and other people to the mix would just be a nightmare. I'm a real fish out of water when it comes to that.
I'm afraid I would. Like I picture like, all right, we're gonna do it. You know what? What the hell? A PKA hockey event just for fun, right?
I'll be the announcer.
I don't think there's any money to be made in it, right?
I'm fine with that. I'll run the concession stand, whatever.
A meetup in my dreams. There's like 13 players and 2 goalies that show up to this thing, right? I don't want to. I guess 2 teams, so maybe 26 players and 2 goalies, and 1 goalie, I guess, because Taylor'd be 1. So,
Look, if you really want to do that thing, pick a location for it and start having like sign-ups. Like I'll go, but I'm gonna be
I
the
think
announcer.
we'd pay our own way. I don't. It's too small. It's not like we're,
Yeah, we'd have to pay our own way.
Yeah.
in some way. But if you actually wanted to do it, then
But
I don't know. I'll be the referee or something who
Oh my
doesn't know
god,
the
that'd
rules.
be even harder.
Right?
Skating around without the help of the stick.
No, I'll be outside the rink like with a megaphone. It's
Oh.
like, that looked good to me.
Yeah.
I think that's icing.
We don't need many people. We could make it low budget and do it in like Raleigh.
Whatever. I don't care. If you want to do a meetup of any kind whatsoever, I'm always willing to do it. Just about anything or
I
anywhere.
bet there are
But
some people who'd be like, you know what? I'd love to play hockey with Taylor and Woody, and I'm
be watched by Kyle.
5. I'm 5 hours from Raleigh. Like I'm in. Like
You know what
That
I
would be
need?
half the
Do they
fun,
make?
watching Kyle call it like beep? I don't know what that is. It doesn't look right. No way. No way you can do that.
But I'm
I
afraid
should be
that
like Chiz and just have arbitrary bullshit rules as I like rule over the game and just like make stuff up. Like penalty box for you, sir. Like, what? What? You picked your nose.
I'm
You're
afraid.
going way too fast.
I'm afraid that if I like skate at full speed with a puck now, I'd leave it behind or something. And that'd be embarrassing.
I'd pull a groin or something trying to play.
You're not there yet. You're like 24, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Give it like 6 years, and there will be things you could do that you don't know it yet. But if you try them, you'll realize that's been taken from you. Like, oh yeah, I could do splits, right? Dude, trust me, I've done like 6,000 splits. Then you're like 30, and you're like, oh, you know what? That's not a thing anymore.
Yeah.
I don't do splits now.
Yeah, that's it's just totally not my thing, and I just don't think I would.